So usually when I sit down with somebody, the first is to figure out what is their level of understanding. I've always taken the approach, I use common English. I'm not going to start, tax code, blah, 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 whatever. I don't go down that path until somebody says, well, can you point me? Like, where's the underlying tax code? If you want to know, I'll tell you. But I want to be able to sit and talk in plain English so that people understand what's happening to them or what's coming in the pipeline. And so, yeah, it's definitely, the first questions are, is your law firm, big laws, primarily partnerships. It's a 1065 annual tax return, which then produces a K-1. Smaller law firms, a lot of them will elect to be taxed as an S corp, which is a different tax form, but still produces a K-1. And there's distinctions between whether the firm is a partnership, is just filing as a partnership on a 1065 form or an 1120S. The primary difference being that if your firm is a partnership and reports their annual return on a 1065, then you no longer get a W-2 paycheck. So all your money comes in reported on a K-1. And the biggest, the hardest thing for a lot of people to get over is when you flip from a W-2 to a K-1, the K-1's probably not pulling taxes to be withheld. So your paycheck, if you got paid $100,000 a year or $200,000 or whatever you got paid, you never got the $100,000 paycheck. You got the paycheck minus all the taxes. With the K-1, you get a check for 10 grand and there's no tax withheld. And so now in the blink of an eye, you are now responsible for your tax payments.